Hey guys, it's Justine from Gregor Girl Tarot, and I tried something different. I've been really wanting to do like a real estate reading or, many real estate readings, depending on if anyone is into them, but it's just been something I've been thinking about for a while since I started this channel, so I guess like last summer. But anyway, sometimes I feel like I'm just speaking into the void anyway, so it's like my own personal project. Because I don't really have, a whole lot of subscribers or people that watch these videos, so it's kind of like I'm just doing this for myself. But if this is something that people like, then I love talking about real estate, and I love divination. That glare is bothering me. So anyway, yeah, so this is a real estate edition, and let me know if you like it. Okay, bye. Be right back, actually. What I'm picking up here from this is that you're a buyer. I don't know if you're alone or with someone else yet, but you're a buyer and you're dealing with, you have something that you want. So you found a home that you want. And the people that are selling are really not comfortable in their decision to sell. By the way, my cat Cece is eating in the background if you hear that chomping. So the people that you're buying this home from, they actually don't want to sell it. They have some stuff they haven't worked out yet about that. They're downsizing, they're moving, they are consolidating. If they have children, they're grown and they have their own lives, and they're not comfortable with that transition entirely. So some of that is getting displaced on this transaction because you guys are younger and you are starting your lives in a lot of ways, and they see this transition as an ending, and it's an ending of one thing, but there's something new for them. This temple path, things are going to be easier where they're going. It could be in warm weather. Maybe they're going to have an HOA that's going to take care of their stuff, but they're very used to being solely responsible for their property and their home. They've put a lot of pride in it, and they want you to show them how much you love this home. That's really what they're concerned about. That's even more important than the money stuff. It's just that you love everything about this home. So be strategic about that in your correspondence. If you have much with them or through your realtor, make sure that you really do take note of certain improvements that they've made in the home and things that they've done that are customizations, okay? And make sure that you let them know that, because that's going to make this whole transaction a whole lot smoother, because you've had to be really strong. I can see that. I can see that they've been challenging for you guys, or for you. They've been challenging. I'm feeling like scheduling has been difficult. Getting information from them has been difficult, and you could see that this home has been well taken care of. So it's not that they're trying to hide something. It's like they're gatekeeping or something. Like it's a secret. This is mine, mine, mine. But we have Archangel Michael on the back of this deck. So you're protected. All right, so that's something for you to realize, is that you can finesse this situation a little bit because you are going to get what you need in the end. All right, let's see what the cards say. I already shuffled this. That was really loud. Already shuffled. So this is an experiment. This is a real estate tarot reading. Kind of putting on two of my hats here. This is something I've been thinking about for a bit. Would people actually be interested in something like this? I guess we'll find out, right? Maybe if people are interested in it, I'll get some interest and then I'll do more. All right, so let's see. All right, so I'm getting a lot from this. All right, so they've been putting you through the ringer a bit because you had an issue with your loan. Let's see. Let me get the crossing energy. Yeah, so so you had something secured, right? A pre-approval or something like that. But then when you went to like, so you're already under contract with these people. And I don't know if your rate expired and you had to renew, you didn't get the same rate, or there was a debt that showed up somewhere that you forgot you had, something with the down payment that affected the structure of your loan. It put some waves in, okay? It made these people who, you know, it's like they're leaving you their baby, this home, right? It put some doubt in their minds. And so even though they were being difficult from the beginning, you've had to be really strong because you're trying to hold this thing together. You know, it was difficult enough to get your offer accepted. And now, you know, they're having doubts, even though it looks like you're in the clear now. I'm going to have to work on this camera angle. All right, so I'm going to move these cards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move them so that we have more space. Okay, moving these. Let's see. All right, let's find out more. Yeah. You're nervous right now. You guys took a loss here. You're going to have to give them more time right now. So you were supposed to close. You were ready to go. You may have gotten yourself out of a lease. And now it's like you're closing later than you were expecting. It's kind of messing things up for you a little bit. Plus, I feel like you're going to have to come up with some extra cash, right? So, I mean, you're living your lives, your regular lives. You're going to work every day and doing everything that you have to do, all your responsibilities, but you're also like making the biggest purchase of your life right now, right? So there's stress involved. I have to figure this out. I'm talking about the camera angle, not the cards. Okay, let's find out more. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards so I can get more context. Okay. All right, so you're past that. Okay. Things are working out for you now. All right, good. So you're on the up and up. So you had a scare. You definitely had a scare. You thought maybe you weren't going to get the loan. You thought that these people were going to back out. You didn't get your mortgage commitment when you were supposed to. So technically, you know, they really could have backed out of this. They could have gotten out of it. But I think that your realtor held it together for you. And like, you're good. You're good. Like, you're going to close, right? But we're dealing with inspections. We're dealing with getting your money together. Let's see. And you're getting this loan with someone else, and one of you guys is in great shape in terms of your credit and everything else, and the other one not so much. So your rate is not exactly what you wanted it to be. You're also, one of you guys, your family gave you like a nice chunk of change to put towards the down payment. And I feel like the other person is maybe feeling like conflicted about that, right? Like they didn't contribute as much, but I don't feel like you see it that way. Yeah, so a lot of people's feelings are involved in this. You have an excellent, look, if you're in anywhere really, but PA or South Jersey, you have an attorney helping you, which is wonderful. Who would want to do a huge transaction, right? Like a real estate transaction without an attorney? It sounds kind of crazy, but it happens in South Jersey and PA, and we pull it off, but it's nuts. Okay, so you do have somebody who's advocating for you who really knows their stuff. All right, so that's great. That's probably how you got this far. Something is definitely happening with this transaction that's changing things. You know, it could be just what's going on in our country in general that's changing things. I feel like the people that you're buying this home from are having doubts about doing this at all right now, but that is not your problem, all right, because you're under contract. There's something about this transaction that is like a wild card. And I hate to say it, but I feel like it has something to do with inspections. But this is blessed. Yeah, it's like you're going to have a really good life in this home. And you can already see yourselves there, right? Like, let me move this a little bit so we have more room. You can already see yourselves there. You have like, you're like, oh, I want to get a trampoline. I want to put it there. Let's, section off this side of the yard and put a garden, right? And all this. I want to find out more about this Wheel of Fortune. The first thing I thought of is that this might be something you can leverage to get better terms for yourself if things don't go ideally in this home inspection. Yeah, you're going to be in a position of power shortly. And it could be because something's not going to come out the way they said it was, right? Maybe there's going to have to be an improvement that you're going to have to do, like as soon as you move in. This is going to help you. It's not going to bring down the price, although you might get a credit, but it's going to help you with the terms. There's something about the terms that is not ideal for you. I feel like you were supposed to get in there a lot sooner. Like maybe when it was listed, it said, that you can occupy, within 60 days, but something happened with your loan and then they milked that. The realtor got like another 90 days or something. And that's really not good for you. Like you're going to have to stay with family. You're going to have to put your stuff in storage. It's going to be a big expense. You might have kids, they're in school. That's going to change. You're going to be in a more, you're going to be in a better position to get those terms solidified that you wanted. All right, let's pull a different deck to find out more about this Wheel of Fortune. And ooh, that popped out. Yeah, you're getting some information. They didn't disclose something, maybe? That's what I'm feeling. Did they remediate something that they're not talking about? You found out from like a friend. You know people in this neighborhood. You've been looking in this neighborhood for a while. And this is not a fixer-upper, right? This home is like, it's good to go, except there's something, right? There's something you found. Yeah. There's something you found that's kind of a big deal, and it's a bit shocking, okay? It's a bit shocking because this home was so well kept, and they've got the warranties, and they've told you what you thought was everything. But there's something that happened there, and don't get nervous, because why am I getting like a mold feeling or something like that? Or there was a flood that they didn't disclose in the property disclosure, something like that. I want to get more information. This is going to help you, whatever this is. They didn't tell you something, okay? They misrepresented something. They're coming clean now. Whatever issue that you had with your loan, it might have leveled the playing field. It bought you some time. You looked into things a little bit deeper. You must have had an inspection and somebody saw something in the basement or something. There was a flood. They can tell when it's from. It's when these people were occupying it. They weren't honest. They had something remediated, something to that effect. It's not like affecting much, okay? Because you're buying this home, it's in good enough shape to buy. Every home starts to depreciate like on day one. It's depreciating through the entire lifetime. So that's nothing new. But this was like an omission, okay? This was an omission. And, it got them off their high horse a little bit, these sellers. And you needed that because you're going to have to come clean as well. Like, listen, we need to move in 30 days sooner than we said, right? Or just be a little, I feel like you've been tiptoeing a bit around these people. You've been tiptoeing around them, and you're not going to have to do so much tiptoeing. It's going to be easier for you. You're going to get what you want. Let's see something here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is going to work to your advantage. You're getting a credit. This is going to help you with your closing costs. Yep, right off the top. Something that they forgot, and we're just going to ruffle. We're not going to ruffle their feathers. We're going to appease them, because remember, they want appreciation. They feel like they're in control here, and they want to stay that way because they're not totally certain about the decision that they're making, which has nothing to do with you, but it does affect the transaction. So you guys are being strong, all right? And you're putting your pride aside. You understand that in some ways you remind them of them, right? When they bought this house and they were just starting out, and they're not ready to say goodbye to that chapter. And they're kind of comparing themselves to you, which has nothing to do with this deal, but somehow it's factoring in. And these things do factor in, so you have to be aware of them. But you seem to have either an excellent realtor, or I feel like you guys are working with an attorney who, this is a real estate attorney, they're cranking out deals all the time. They know exactly what's going on here. As soon as they had the opening, right, they took it. So now the ball's in your court. Yeah, I could see that here with this Queen of Swords energy. You might be saying no to something. Nope, that's not going to work for us. So, like, what are they going to do now? You guys have been under contract, right? They're going to put it back on the market, right? When it's been under contract for like 2 months, 3 months? No. So don't be so afraid that you're going to lose this. You need to sort of wield your power a little bit. All right, I don't want to make this too long because this looks really good, and I just want to find out outcome. A little bit more about that, about this decision that you're making to start this new life in this transaction. They're never really straightforward, right? So, yeah, you've been doing so much research. You know about plumbing, you know about electric, you've looked into mold remediation, you had to after that inspection report. You're watching everything. This has been such a learning experience for you. And you've got some really smart people around you. So you're in a really good position. Let's get one more. Another Ace of Pentacles. You guys, oh my goodness. So good, so good. Oh, you did such good work here. Oh, it worked out. There's a couple of things that showed up that scared you, made you doubt. Like, oh my gosh, why? Why did we do this? We should have gone with the other one. We should have gone with the newer place that needed less work. But everything that happened for a reason, because this little snag thing that happened with your loan, that was going to happen anyway. And with this issue that showed up, it was an inspection of some kind. It could have been structural, who knows? Whatever that was, that helped this deal to go through. Had you been getting a different home that was just like no issues whatsoever, you may not have been able to parlay anything. It might have been hard for you with that loan snag that you had. So this is completely blessed. This looks beautiful, although it seems like it's been a bit of a nail biter. So, okay. Thanks so much for listening, if you did, because I've been wanting to do this for a bit, and I just thought it seemed, like something people wouldn't necessarily be into. But I guess we'll find out, and have a great day. Bye. See you soon.